For thousands of years, humanity has recorded its greatest ideas, philosophies, and discoveries in books, scrolls, and inscriptions. But writing is fragile. Time erodes it, wars destroy it, and sometimes knowledge is erased on purpose. Yet, what is lost is not always gone forever. Thanks to modern technology, we are unlocking hidden chapters of history, texts once thought vanished, now resurrected from the shadows of time. This is the story of how lost knowledge is being rediscovered. In 1947, a shepherd searching for a lost goat stumbled upon something far older than he could have imagined. Inside a hidden cave near the Dead Sea, ancient jars sat undisturbed for over 2,000 years. Inside one of them, scrolls. Mysterious, fragile, covered in writing that no living soul had seen for millennia. Archaeologists soon arrived, uncovering thousands of fragments scattered across the cave floor. But there was a problem. Many of the scrolls were in terrible condition. Some had disintegrated into dust. Others had been damaged by water, bat droppings, even liquefied by time itself. What secrets did they hold? And could they ever be read again? For decades, the Dead Sea Scrolls remained a frustrating puzzle. But then, a breakthrough, one that came not from historians, but from NASA. Using a technique called multispectral imaging, scientists took photographs of the scrolls at different wavelengths of light, some visible, some invisible to the human eye. Slowly, faded words began to emerge from the parchment, glowing like whispers from the past. And when scholars finally read them, they realized they had discovered the oldest biblical manuscripts ever found, over 1,000 years older than any known copies of the Hebrew Bible. A lost fragment of history, resurrected. In 1906, a seemingly ordinary prayer book surfaced in a library in Istanbul. Written in Greek, its pages contained Christian texts, but hidden beneath the prayers was something far more ancient. A shadow of another text. This book was a palimpsest, a manuscript where old writings had been erased to make way for new ones. And beneath the surface, the lost treatises of Archimedes. Two of them were completely unknown to history, but before scholars could fully study it, the book vanished for nearly a century. When the Archimedes palimpsest resurfaced in 1998, sold at auction for $2 million, it was in terrible shape. Mold covered its pages, ink had blended into the parchment. Traditional methods couldn't extract the hidden text, so scientists turned to ultraviolet fluorescence. Under UV light, parchment glowed blue, while ink remained dark. This subtle contrast allowed researchers to separate the layers of writing, finally revealing the words of Archimedes himself, preserved for over 2,000 years. His genius, once erased, now resurrected. Not all lost texts were erased. Some were hidden in plain sight, recycled as book bindings. In the 16th century, paper was expensive. Old manuscripts were cut apart and used as covers for new books. Using macro X-ray fluorescence, scientists scanned a seemingly ordinary book cover and discovered 3 layers of hidden writing, spanning 3 different centuries. The oldest, a 12th century passage from Bede, a scholar whose writings shaped our understanding of medieval England. Even lost texts can leave echoes, waiting to be found. Not all knowledge is lost by accident. Some of it is destroyed on purpose. In the 16th century, Spanish conquistadors burned nearly every Mesoamerican manuscript they found. To them, these texts were heretical, filled with forbidden knowledge. Today, only about a dozen pre-colonial manuscripts survive. One of them, the Codex Anute, was created by the Mixtec culture, painted on deer hide, folded like an accordion, and it held a secret beneath its surface. In the 1950s, researchers noticed faint images beneath the cracks of the Codex Anute. Could there be another layer of history hidden within? Unlike European manuscripts, this codex was painted with organic dyes, making X-ray fluorescence useless. So, in 2016, scientists turned to hyperspectral imaging, a technique capturing hundreds of wavelengths of light. The result? A second layer of pictographs emerged, revealing forgotten genealogies and events from the Mixtec civilization. A lost history, resurrected once more. What seemed lost forever was only hidden. With modern technology, we are not just reading old texts, we are resurrecting them. We are unlocking lost civilizations, revealing forgotten wisdom. The invisible library of the past is opening its doors once again, and the greatest discoveries may still be waiting to be found.